Welcome, young scientists. Today, we are going to explore a fascinating chapter called Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. Before we begin, think about three everyday mysteries. What makes milk change into curd? Why does bread become soft and full of tiny air spaces? And why does food sometimes smell bad when it is left outside for too long? The answer to all three questions involves very tiny living organisms. These are called microorganisms or microbes. A microorganism is an organism so small that we usually need a microscope to see it. Microorganisms are not all the same. The major groups we study are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. We also study viruses. Viruses are unusual because they can reproduce only inside the living cells of a host. Outside a host cell, a virus does not carry out the usual activities of a living organism. Bacteria can be shaped like rods, spheres, or spirals. Fungi include tiny yeast as well as larger forms such as mushrooms. Protozoa are single-celled organisms such as amoeba and plasmodium. Algae are simple organisms that often contain green pigment and may live in water. These groups may sound difficult at first, but we will connect each one with an everyday example. Here is an important idea. Microorganisms are everywhere. They live in soil, ponds, rivers, food, dust, and even inside the bodies of plants and animals. They can survive in very cold places, hot springs, deserts, and marshy land. Some live alone while others live in colonies. We cannot see most of them with our eyes, but their effects are easy to notice. Look at the scene around you. The soil beneath a tree, the water in a pond, and the air in a classroom can all contain microscopic life. Some microbes help us, some are harmless, and some can cause disease. That is why the same word, microorganism, can lead to both the words friend and foe. Quick check. If an organism is too small to be seen clearly with the naked eye, what tool helps us observe it? Correct, the microscope. In the next part, we will discover the helpful microorganisms that work in our kitchen, our farms, our hospitals, and our environment.
Let us begin with the friendly side of microorganisms. One of the best known examples is curd. When a small amount of curd is added to warm milk, bacteria called lactobacillus multiply in the milk. These bacteria help convert milk into curd. They also improve the texture and give curd its familiar sour taste. This is why keeping a little curd as a starter is useful when making the next batch. Another helpful microorganism is yeast. Yeast is a single-celled fungus. When yeast grows in dough, it uses the sugar present in the mixture and releases carbon dioxide gas. The gas gets trapped in the dough as bubbles, making the dough rise. After baking, these spaces help bread become light and spongy. Yeast is also useful in making certain beverages because it changes sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide. The conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Scientists use carefully controlled fermentation in industries that make products such as alcohol and some acids. Microorganisms are also important in medicine. Some bacteria and fungi produce substances called antibiotics. Antibiotics can kill particular disease-causing bacteria or stop them from multiplying. Medicines such as penicillin were discovered from microorganisms and have saved many lives. But remember this important safety rule. Antibiotics should be taken only when prescribed by a qualified doctor. They do not cure viral infections such as the common cold, and using them unnecessarily can make bacteria resistant to the medicine. Vaccines are another powerful protection. A vaccine trains our immune system to recognize a particular disease-causing organism. It may contain a weakened or inactive form of a microbe or a safe part of it. After vaccination, the body can respond more quickly if it meets the real germ later. Vaccines protect individuals and also help reduce the spread of communicable diseases. Microorganisms also help the environment. Bacteria and fungi break down the remains of dead plants and animals into simpler substances. This process returns nutrients to the soil. Without decomposers, waste would accumulate and nutrients would not cycle properly.
So, the friendly microorganisms help us make food, prepare useful medicines, protect our health, clean the environment, and support agriculture. In the next part, we will look at how microorganisms help plants obtain nitrogen. And then we will meet the harmful microbes that can act as foes.
Plants need nitrogen to make proteins and to grow healthy leaves. But most plants cannot use the nitrogen gas that makes up a large part of the atmosphere. This is where helpful microorganisms become important. Rhizobium is a nitrogen-fixing bacterium. It lives in small swellings called root nodules on the roots of leguminous plants such as peas, beans, and gram. Rhizobium changes atmospheric nitrogen into useful nitrogen compounds that plants can absorb. In return, the bacteria receive food and shelter from the plant. This is a beautiful example of cooperation between living organisms. Now let us meet the foes. Some microorganisms cause disease in humans, animals, and plants. A disease-causing microorganism is called a pathogen. Diseases that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person are called communicable diseases. They may spread through air, contaminated food or water, direct contact, or carriers. For example, a person with a cold may release virus particles while coughing or sneezing. Cholera can spread through contaminated water or food. Tuberculosis is caused by a bacterium and can spread through the air. Malaria is caused by the protozoan Plasmodium. The parasite is transmitted by the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito. Dengue is caused by a virus and is spread by infected Aedes mosquitoes. The mosquito is called a carrier because it carries the disease-causing organism from one host to another. Microorganisms can also cause diseases in animals. Anthrax is a serious bacterial disease that can affect animals and humans. In plants, microbes may reduce crop yield. Citrus canker affects citrus plants. Rust disease can affect wheat. Yellow mosaic disease can affect plants such as bhindi or okra. Some plant diseases spread through air, some through seeds, and others through insects. How can we protect ourselves? We should drink safe water, eat clean and properly cooked food, wash our hands, cover our mouth while coughing or sneezing, keep surroundings clean, and follow vaccination advice. We should also avoid taking antibiotics without medical guidance. Remember, the word food does not mean every microorganism is dangerous. It means that certain microorganisms can harm us under particular conditions. In the next part, we will learn how food becomes spoiled and how preservation methods stop unwanted microbial growth. Microorganisms can grow on food and spoil it. Spoiled food may develop a bad smell, an unusual taste, a changed color, or a slimy texture. Eating spoiled food can make us ill, so food preservation is important. Preservation means slowing down or stopping the growth of unwanted microorganisms. One simple method is adding common salt. Salt reduces the available water around food, making it difficult for many microbes to grow. Salt is used to preserve pickles, meat, fish, raw mangoes, and amla. Sugar works in a similar way by reducing moisture. That is why jams, jellies, and squashes can be stored for longer when prepared properly. Oil and vinegar are also useful. A layer of oil can keep air and microorganisms away from pickles. Vinegar creates an acidic condition in which many harmful microbes cannot grow easily. Chemical preservatives may also be used in packaged foods, but they must be used in permitted quantities. Heat and cold are important too. Boiling can kill many microorganisms in water and food. Refrigeration slows down microbial growth, so food stays fresh longer. In pasteurization, milk is heated to about 70 degrees Celsius for a short time and then cooled quickly. This reduces harmful bacteria while maintaining the quality of milk. The method is named after Louis Pasteur. Airtight containers and sealed packets help prevent new microorganisms from entering food. Good storage, clean utensils, and proper cooking all work together to protect us. Let us finish with a quick revision challenge. Question 1. Which bacterium helps turn milk into curd? The answer is Lactobacillus. Question 2. Which fungus makes dough rise? Yeast. Question 3. Which bacterium lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants and fixes nitrogen? Rhizobium. Question 4. What do we call a disease-causing microorganism? A pathogen.
Question 5. Name 2 ways to preserve food. You could say salting, adding sugar, refrigeration, heating, using oil or vinegar, pasteurization, or airtight packing. Here is the big idea of the chapter. Microorganisms are not simply good or bad. Many are our friends because they help make food, medicines, fertile soil, and a clean environment. Some are foes because they cause disease and spoil food. Our job is to understand them, use the helpful ones wisely, and prevent the harmful ones from spreading. Well done, young scientists. Review the key terms, draw a simple nitrogen cycle, and try to explain one useful and one harmful role of microorganisms in your own words. Keep asking questions because science begins with curiosity.
Before we finish, let us connect the chapter to the world around us with a few simple thinking activities. Activity 1. Look at a bowl of warm milk and a spoon of curd. What do you think happens when the spoon of curd is mixed into the milk and kept in a warm place? The useful bacteria multiply and help set the curd. The next time you eat curd, remember that a microscopic helper is part of the process. Activity 2. Imagine 2 pieces of bread. One is kept dry in a clean sealed packet and the other is left uncovered in a warm moist place. Which one is more likely to grow mold first? The uncovered piece, because many fungi grow well when moisture and warmth are available. This does not mean every visible patch is safe to touch or eat. Never taste spoiled food to test it. Tell an adult and dispose of it safely. Activity 3. Complete this chain. Atmosphere, root nodules, plant, animal, decomposer, atmosphere. The missing helper in the root nodules is rhizobium. Plants use the nitrogen compounds made available in the soil. Animals receive nitrogen by eating plants. When organisms die, useful bacteria, a useful fungus, a harmful microorganism, a food preservation method, and a nitrogen fixing organism. After you write, compare your answers with these examples. Lactobacillus is a useful bacterium. Yeast is a useful fungus. Plasmodium is a harmful protozoan because it causes malaria. Refrigeration is a preservation method. Rhizobium is a nitrogen fixing bacterium. The chapter becomes easier when you remember the 5 big connections. Microbes make, microbes heal, microbes recycle, microbes can harm, and microbes can be controlled. They make curd and bread, they help produce medicines, they recycle nutrients, some cause disease or spoil food, preservation, hygiene,